Hi guys! Today I want to do something apart from the usual reviews and fair compilations. While I truly enjoy World of Tanks, I can't help but notice that there are some important features that are, at least in my opinion, missing from the game, or some others would need a major overhaul. Now, it's not to say that wargaming would not be developing the game constantly, but with the increasing number of competitors emerging, War Thunder and Armored Warfare coming to mind, it will be vital to get the core audience even more engaged. Now, I will say it up front that I am a relatively new player, so take my comments for what they are. At the same time, I'm really curious to see how you guys see these problems, or maybe you have another issue that I looked over. All comments will be appreciated. With all this said, let's look at the top 5 issues World of Tanks needs to fix urgently. Let's not beat around the bush. The number one place for most annoying issue is actually tied for me between the matchmaking and the replay system. Starting with the also popular matchmaking, my issue is that apparently it builds teams from one big player pool trying to balance the teams. Well, they might be balanced more often than not, but usually there will be players on both teams far above or below the average skill level of each team, making it an overall negative experience for both sides. Now, as we are talking about a free online game here, the player pool's diversity is just immense. Just thinking about the age of the gamers, you are probably playing games with 5-year-olds as well, who naturally won't be top players. And that's a fact, cause I got into the game through my now 7-year-old son, who plays this game for quite some time now. That's also the reason why during holidays a lot of the games are worthless. There is no school, so little Jimmy gets to play his favorite tanks more than usual. And don't think this is only the case in the lower tiers. Premium tanks are good Christmas gifts as well, just to name a reason. Now, I obviously don't say that young kids can't be good players or shouldn't enjoy the game, but we just can't expect someone to play exceptionally well who can't even read instructions yet. There is a simple solution to this, and I'm wondering why we do not have it here. Most online competitive games have tiers or leagues of some sort, and even separating the player pool into 2 factions would improve the situation remarkably. Could it be that the active online pool is too small for this? I'm no expert, but probably that's not the case. If they really want to make it super convenient for their top players, they could even make it a possibility to be able to enter lower tier games as well if they feel like seal clubbing, copyright by Jingles. It would be great to see this implemented in a way. You would still get plenty of bad teams and bad teammates anyway, but the overall quality of the games would probably go up, especially during holidays and after school hours. My other big problem is with the replay system. It is awesome that we have it, and it has some nice features as well, I have to give them that. On the other hand, due to its current setup, each patch renders the previous replay files useless due to compatibility issues. I know that there are so many of you out there with some old dusty replays about your favorite game where you kicked everyone's ass. A replay that you can't watch anymore unless you kept the older clients as well. Now, there was actually a solution up until the latest patches. A great guy called Gappa, kudos to him, made the previous clients and patches available online so you could get an older client running again to watch your replays. You will find the link to the forum post and his website below if you didn't know about him before. Now, unfortunately, the latest patches seem to use a different file architecture, and at this moment there is no solution to play 9.4 replays anymore, for example. You can upload your video on WhatReplay's website, but you can't watch it and film it there. At least I only see a download function at the moment. I know, to many of you this seems like a minor issue if you are not into making videos, but I for one think that a good replay system can really help the game in both keeping its core audience active and recruiting new players. There are a lot of us who like to watch great games and instructional videos, but for that we need the right tools. Making videos and spreading the word about the game should be a very important groundstone for all online games, at least in my reading. Please, 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 we need a centralized solution so it's accessible for everyone. At number 3, I have the online leaderboards. Now, we have the beta version of the Hall of Fame, which I managed to find after some time, link again below, but we need this fleshed out and promoted a lot. Like it or not, most people are taking online gaming competitively, at least on their own level. To give them an in-game or at least official system where they can show off on a regional and worldwide level would be pretty important in my opinion. We also need a whole lot more options to make it both fair and inspiring to the widest audience possible. I am sorry, but I would not find it much fun competing against someone's score who is playing in clan battles and platoons a lot, if I'm playing on the other hand random battles only. Also, I see absolutely no reason measuring my score against someone who plays light tanks if I play mostly arty. We need some filters or separate sections here, so a lot of people can find their niche where they are doing well. And now I understand that the more specialized we go with the details, the larger sample we will need for the numbers to matter, but I think that's something we can accept if it's communicated clearly to us. At number 4 I have a related issue, and it's about the in-game personal rating system. The main issue I have with it is that it only gives you an overall account-based score, and it would be great to have a summary per vehicle category as well, aka a summary on heavy tanks, summary on SPGs, etc. An account-based overall score doesn't tell me much, plus you cannot have enough statistics now, can you? This is by the way a huge problem with the popular XVM stats as well, but that's a topic for another video. Talking about statistics, at number 5 I have the in-game personal vehicle level statistics. I really like to dig deep and analyze my results, and I just want more. I want to see clearly how many tanks I destroyed with my T-29 for example, and I know that the damage ratio has this info hidden under a tooltip. I also want to be able to sort my vehicle lists by average damage, average kills, survival percent and average credits earned as well. Also, it would be nice to have an actual filter, for example by tank category or nationality, and not just a sorting order. And last but not least, a bonus issue with shared clients. I for one share my client with my son. We have different accounts obviously. And while it remembers my game settings by account, the movement key mapping seems to be on client level, which is strange and annoying at the same time, because this way I have to remap the keys all the time. I know it's a small thing, but it should not be too hard to fix hopefully. So this was it for my top 5 issues with World of Tanks at the moment. I hope this can be a real conversation starter, and I look forward to your opinion on these and other matters. Take care, and I hope to see you around.